Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to First Commerce Accountancy online classes. Dear students, we are discussing about the ledger concept, right? How to post the transactions, how to post the journal entries to the individual account. Already we solved two illustrations related to ledger. Let's move to solve one more question relating to the ledger, and here we will study how to balance the account. In previous class I told that what a ledger is classified into two, one is posting and another one is balancing, correct, right? Posting means just transferring the journal entries to the individual account, that is what posting. Afterwards balancing, one more concept, that is what balancing. Find out the carried down amount and brought down amount. Let's see how to balance the accounts and all. So the third illustration, I'll say the transaction and directly I'll pass the journal entries based on the transaction. So solution. In the books of XYZ journal, that's the heading, date, particulars, LF and debit amount and credit amount column. Clear? First transaction, business started with cash. In 2018, January 1st, business started with the cash. Now you can easily say the journal entry for this transaction. What is the journal entry? Yes, come on. Yes, that is what? Cash account debited to capital account. Very easy na? Now we are very well know about the classification of accounts and application of rules and rules of debit and credit, and easily we can pass the journal entries to any type of transactions, correct, right? Maybe a simple journal entry or compound journal entry, because we know how to categorize the transaction, how to classify the accounts, how to analyze the transaction, and how to apply the rules of debit and credit, right? So business started with the cash, affected to do two different accounts, one is cash account and another one is capital account. So according to the rules of asset, increase in asset is to be debited and increase in capital is to be credited. So we should write debit aspect in first line. So 2018 January 1st, cash account debited to capital account. Narration being business started with cash. Business started with cash. Clear? Assume the amount 1 lakh. 1 lakh. And the next date, January 2, purchased goods for cash. When we purchasing something, then we have to pay cash. So purchase comes under expenses account, cash comes under asset account. According to the rules of expense and asset, increases in expenses is to be debited. So which account is debited here? Purchases account. Correct, right? January 2nd, purchases account debited to cash account, in bracket being goods purchased for cash. amount 10,000. 10,000. Close the account. And the next one, deposited cash into bank. So Jan 3rd, bank increases bank account debited to cash account because both are comes under asset account being business, bank deposited cash into bank. $10,000 and 10,000. See, when we deposit cash into bank, our bank shows increased value and cash shows decreased value. Increases in asset is to be debited, decrease in asset is to be credited. So bank account debited to cash account. Next one, paid wages. Jan 4. Paid wages, like paid salaries to cash account, now wages to cash account. Wages comes under expenses account. Increases in expenses is to be debited. So wages account debited to cash account. In bracket, we should write being wages paid. Wages paid 2,000. 2,000. And the next one is purchased a computer for rupees 20,000 and paid by check. Purchased a computer rupees 20,000 for cash and purchased a computer for rupees 20,000 and paid a check. When check comes, then it directly affects to bank account. So instead of cash, what we should write? We should record bank account. Correct, right? Because when paying check or receiving check, then it affects to the bank account, not the cash balance of the business organization. So purchased computer. Computer means what? Asset. So increases in asset is to be debited, decreases in asset is to be credited. What increased? Fixed asset increased. So Jan 5, increases in asset, that is what? Computer account. Computer's account debited to bank account because paid check. Being purchased computer and paid check rupees 20,000. 20,000. And the next one is sold to X. When person name comes, then it is considered as what? Credit transaction. So instead of cash, there we should record the person name. Correct, right? Instead of recording cash, we should write the person name. So here sold to X. So it is a continuation. Okay. And the Jan 6 sold to X. So sales and X accounts are the two accounts are affected here. Increases in revenue is to be credited. So sales account is credited here. So X's account, X is debtor. So asset increases to be debited and to sales account. To sales account. In bracket, being goods sold on credit base. On credit, costing rupees 10,000. 10,000. Okay. And the next date, Jan 10. See this transaction. See, all these are simple journal entry. We know the simple journal entry and compound journal entry, correct, right? When more than one account is debited or credited, then to such transactions we need to pass the journal entry that is called as compound journal entry. In compound journal entry, maybe more than two accounts, more than one accounts may be debited or more than one account may be credited. Such entries are called as compound journal entry, correct, right? So when received check from X and discount allowed, it is a For such transaction, we need to pass the compound journal entry. In same way, paid to X and discount received. This is also called compound journal entry. Say for example, take the transaction relates to this cash paid or received from X, because here we sold goods to X and after few days that organization, that firm received check from X. Okay, so received cash from X, so received cash from X and discount allowed rupees 100. Okay, received cash 9,900 and allowed discount 100. So when we receiving any amount, then our cash shows increased or decreased value. Exactly, our cash volume shows the increased value. Correct, right? So cash account, right? Cash account debited. Okay, discount allowed to X account. The journal entry for such transaction is to X account. See here, why we credited X account? Because X account is considered as debtor in the previous transactions. Correct, right? There we consider increases in asset, but now that X account is reduced, showing reduced value. So that's why we have to credit that account. Discount allowed is expense for the organization. Increase in expenses to be debited. Correct, right? So discount allowed account debited. Discount allowed account debited to X account. To X account. Narration being cash received and discount allowed. Discount allowed. See how much cash received? 9,900 and allowed discount 100. Total X account 10,000. Correct, right? 10,000 account, just by receiving 9,900, that account was closed. That deviation, that remaining balance 100 rupees is considered as what? Discount allowed. So close the account and total it. Okay. So 1 lakh plus 10,000 plus 10,000, 1,20,000, 1,22,000, 1,42,000, 1,32,000, 1,52,000 and 1,62,000. See, 1,10,000, 1,20,000, 1,40,000, 1,42,000, 1,52,000 and 1,62,000. This is what the first step, passing the journal entries in the book called journal. And what is the next step? By referring this, we need to post these journals to the individual accounts to know the net result of all transaction. So here just see here how many accounts, how many individual accounts we need to prepare. One is cash, another one is capital, purchase bank, wages computer, and afterwards X sales account, and one more discount allowed account. Clear, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 accounts we need to prepare. That is what, to know the net result of different individual accounts. So let's begin posting to the ledger. Okay, it's the next part, posting to the ledger. First, which one? First T format, date, particulars, JF. Again date, particulars, JF and amount. And we should record debit and credit, and we should write the title of the accounts as first one is cash account. And here date, particulars, JF, journal folio, to record the journal folio, and amount in rupees, date, particulars, JF amount in rupees, and you should fill all the columns of all the ledger accounts. Got it? And first one, see the first one, cash account debited to capital account. Getting my point? How we can post this journal entries to the ledger, to the concerned individual account? Here, cash account showing debit value. Correct, right? Cash account showing debit value, and we should search the cash related transactions. Like cash account, first one, second purchase to cash affected, next bank to cash, third one also affected to cash, wages to cash, that one also recorded here, computer to bank account, it is not affected to cash account, so we need not to touch that fifth transaction. And X to sales, no. Cash discount allowed to X account, yes, it is affected to cash account. Let's see how to record this transaction, post these transactions to this particular individual account. Cash to capital, there cash showing debit value. So just record the 1 lakh amount in debit side, and in near to cash, which account is there? Which account is there? Capital account. So cash is affected with the capital account. Record the date 2018 January 1st. How we can record that? Easily we can, as it is, to capital account. We cannot write cash again in the cash account. So to capital account. Cash is affected by this capital account. So near to cash, capital account is there. So just write to capital account and write the amount 1 lakh in amount column, debit side of the amount column. Clear? So now just by seeing this ledger, cash account to capital account, we can easily pass the journal entry just by seeing this ledger account. Getting my point? Okay, clear. Okay, in the second one, move to second one, purchase to cash account. Later, see here itself I'll clear the capital account, because capital account, only one transaction is affected here to capital account. So capital account, very simple. Capital account, debit, credit. First account is cash and the next one is capital account. Capital account showing credit value rupees 10,000. What we can do? Just write the amount in credit side, and in near to capital, which account is there? Cash account. So just write by cash account. Why? To record the credit aspect of a transaction, we need to use the prefix called by, then mention the date 2018 January 1 by cash account. Now this one, this particular capital account ledger closed, because no other transactions are affected to capital account here. Correct, right? Getting my point? So capital account closed. And later I will tell you balancing the account. Before that, first just complete the cash account. And purchase to cash. Purchase to cash. See here, cash account showing credit value. So just write 10,000 in the credit side of the cash account. So and afterwards recording, mention the date. January 2. January 2nd, cash account is affected by purchase account. So cash account credited by purchase account, how much? 10,000. And the next one is bank account debited to cash account. Here cash account showing credit value. So just write 10,000 under credit side of the account, and cash account near to cash account. Which account is there? Bank. So by bank account. By bank account, transaction date January 3, and next one wages to cash, again cash showing credit value 2,000, so it is credited by, yes, it is credited by wages account. January 4 is the transaction date. Clear? And the next one is computer to bank. Is there any effect to cash account? No. And X to sales account. Is there any effect to cash account? No. And the move to next one, cash account, discount account, debited to X account. See how we can record this transaction. It is a compound journal entry, correct, right? So here just cash account showing debit value, right, 9,900 here. Afterwards, whether we can consider discount allowed or X account. Here is a confusion, right, how we can record this in different accounts. So here cash is affected by this X account, not this discount allowed account. Getting my point? These two are debited account transaction. Only one is credited here, so X is affected with this cash is affected with this X account. So here we should write cash 9,900 debited, record 9,900 here. Afterwards mention the date Jan 10. The next step is cash is affected with this X account. Getting my point? Not with discount allowed account. Clear, right? Clear, right? We should not record discount allowed in a cash account because this cash is affected with this X account. Near to cash, we should record this X account. Under cash, we should record this X account to X account. So 9,900. Clear, right? People getting my point, right? So X to cash to X account. Cash to X account. So now we consider all the transaction relates to the cash account. And the next step, in previous sum we post the transactions to the ledger, we not balance the account. I'll tell you how to balancing the accounts. So see the total, but this balancing the accounts takes too much time. So that's why in the exam point of view, no need to balancing the accounts, just we need to post the accounts, means post the transaction to the concerned individual account, but we should know how to balance the accounts. So, clear? So for that reason I will tell you how to balance the accounts. So just for additional knowledge, we need to know what is balancing and all, how to balance the accounts and all. So when balancing the accounts, we need to write the greater amount in both sides. Here 1,09,900 and 10,000. Later I will tell you how to balance this account. See, I told that later I will tell you how to balance the accounts and all, right. Here 1,09,900 and 10,000 plus 2,000. What is the amount? What is the total amount? 22,000. Correct, right? So now we should write the greater amount in both sides. We should write the greater amount in both sides. Say for example, here the debit side showing greater amount 1,09,900. One lakh 9,900. 1 lakh plus 9,900. 1 lakh 9,900. Correct, right? Correct, right? So now the next step is we need to balance the credit side. Correct, right? Because credit side amount is very less compared to debit side. So how we can balance this amount, balance that side amount, balance the credit side amount? At the end of the month, January 31st, we should write by balance carried down. At the end of the month, we need to carry forward the balance. So carried down as 1,09,900 minus 22,000. Okay, 1,09,900 minus 22,000. So 1,09,900 minus 22,000, 87,900. So this is by adding 87,900, this side equal to this 1,09,900. Correct, right? And the next step is in the next month first date we should transfer, means we need to brought forward that same amount, means from there it continues to the next accounting month, next month. So February 1 as to balance brought down 87,900, like this. Balancing the account means like this. So just by adding this 87,900, this side can equal to 1,09,900. Getting my point? Clear, right? Okay. So the same amount should brought down for the next month first date. Clear? And the next step is capital account. Again balancing this side. Greater side we should write, and greater amount should write in both sides. 10,000, 10,000. This here 10,000 minus 0, 10,000 as to balance carried down. To balance carried down, mention the amount, date, at the end of the month carried down. So January 31st, first date, 1st February brought down, by balance brought down 10,000. If carried down here, if the amount is carried down here, then brought down here. Here in the debit side you record carried down, then you should record, we should write brought down the opposite side of that. Clear? Move to the next one. I'll erase this. Cash account and capital account cleared. And the next one is purchases account. Credit and debit, purchases account. Purchases account, please fill these columns, date particular JF amount, date particular JF amount, and purchases account, just see purchases account, they are showing purchases, showing debit value. So purchases account debited here, right, debit amount and credit amount here, don't be confused, credit and debit. So purchases account showing debit, so 10,000, and near to purchase which account is there, just write as it is, to cash account, mention the date January 2nd 2018, to cash account 10,000. Is there any other accounts which affected to purchases account? No, right? Bank to cash, wages to cash, computer to bank, X to sale, cash discount to X account. There is no other account affects to purchases account. So just close the account. 10,000, 10,000. Greater the amount we should write under both sides. Then where is under the lesser side we need to carry down. That is what, to balance carried down. To balance carried down. Amount date 31st January 18. 10,000, and the same amount should brought down for the next month first date February 1 as to balance brought down. Here by balance carried down, here to balance brought down 10,000. 10,000. Clear, right? Clear? Copy this. Okay, I will erase, and afterwards next account, the next account, cash, already we completed cash account, and a bank account, and the next one is what, bank account. So prepare bank ledger, debit, date particulars, JF, again date particulars, and JF amount, credit and debit, showing bank account is the title of the account. So there bank account showing debit value, just write 10,000. Bank, near to bank which account is there, to cash account. So bank account debited to cash account January 3rd 2018, January 3rd. So to cash account 10,000. Is there any other account which affected to bank? Search wages to cash, no. Computer to bank, yes, their bank is affected with the computer. So their bank showing credit value. So how we can record? Just record 30,000 in the credit side of the account, and next near to bank which account is there? Computer. So by computer account, bank account credited by computer account, transaction dated on January 5. January 5. Clear, right? Clear, right? And the next one is excess to sales account, no effect to bank account, and in the later transaction also no effect to capital, no effect to bank account. Clear? Only 2 transactions are affected here. The next step is balancing. How to balance? Total it. Greater amount should write under both sides. 30,000, 30,000. Lesser amount 30 minus 10, 20,000. So by adding 20,000, this side will get 30,000 amount, means equal to 30,000. So that is what to balance carried down. Date every end of the month, 31st January. So and next case, below the total we should write the brought down amount, above the total carried down, below the total brought down amount. 1st February as by balance brought down, amount 20,000. Clear? Clear, right? Okay. And the next one is bank here bank account completed, cash account already we took, and the next one is wages account. Very simple, only one transaction is related to wages account. So next one, wages account. See, wages account showing debit value, so record 2,000 under debit side, debit and credit. Okay, near to wages, which account is there? Cash. So wages account is affected with the cash account. So we can easily write to cash account. January 4 to cash account. Clear, right? The next step is balancing. Total it. 2,000 is greater amount. So we recorded both under both side, and 2,000 minus 2,000. January 31st. By balance carried down, and 1st February that amount should be brought down as to balance brought down, 2,000 rupees. Here it is the end of this particular account. Clear, right? So wages, cash already covered, and the next step is computer account. Next ledger is preparation of computer account. So only one transaction is affected with the computer account. So easily we can prepare computer account, credit and debit. Title computer account. Okay, so just see computer account showing debit value 20,000. Clear, right? 20,000. And computer is affected with which one? Bank account. Near to computer, which account is there? Bank account is there. So how we can record? Mention the date Jan 5, and computer account debited to bank account. We just write to bank account. 20,000. Is there any other effect or other transactions affected to computer? No. Greater amount should write under both side 20, and lesser side carried down 20 minus 20,000 as by balance carried down. Date 31st January. And next below the total 1st February as to balance brought down, amount 20,000. Close the account. Clear? And the next step is bank, already we prepared, and the next one is X account, and next one is sales account. Cash already prepared, discount allowed. 3 more accounts remain. So just prepare. X account. X is debtor because we sold goods to X. So just X account, credit and debit. See, X showing debit value 10,000, mention the date January 6. Afterwards, X is affected with which account, or near to X which account is there? Exactly, sales account. So how we can record sales? As to sales account, as to sales account. Clear? 10,000. And afterwards just see, is there any other accounts affected to the particular X account? Yes, here. Here is the big question, how we can record this X account? See, usually we can easily record the simple journal entries. We can easily post the simple journal entries to the individual account. But here compound journal entry, near to X, there are two different people, means two different accounts are affected. How we can record the particular X account? So, can we record directly 10,000 in X account? It was not possible. So, in this case, we need to record both these two accounts. Getting my point? Okay. So, here X account credited by these two accounts. So, by cash account, credited by cash account 9,900, and by discount allowed account 100. Just by adding this two, we will get 10,000. Correct, right? So we can simply we cannot write 10,000 and discount allowed, because here two accounts are affected to this particular X account. But we cannot write 10,000 to discount allowed or to cash account. So we can write these two accounts under X account. Getting my point? So how we can record the compound journal entry? How we can post the compound journal entries to the individual account? If X is affected with the two different accounts, then we need to record these two also. So by discount allowed account 100 rupees, by cash account 9,900 rupees. Adding this two, we will get 10,000 amount. So here just balancing this 10,000 and 10,000, both sides showing equal value, then there is no need to balance this account. So just as it is, there is no carried down or there is no brought down amount. Clear, right? X account is closed now. And the next only one account is remained, that is what? Discount allowed account. So how we can record discount allowed amount in discount allowed column? See, discount allowed account, discount allowed account, credit and debit, date, particulars, amount, date, particulars, amount column. Okay. So discount allowed showing debit value, just write 100 rupees. Okay. So here discount allowed is affected with this X account. So just write 2X account. Okay. 100 rupees. Mention the date Jan 10. No other accounts is affected here because only one account is affected, that is X account. So balance this 100, 100. 100. Okay. So 100 minus 100, 100 minus 0, 100. So as 31st January 18 as by balance carried down, that same amount should brought down for the next period as to balance brought down 100 rupees. Clear, right? I hope you understood this process of balancing the accounts. Before that, passing the journal entries, and after first step passing the journal entries, To pass the journal entries, we know we know how to classify the accounts, how to analyze the accounts, and afterwards how to apply the rules of debit and credit. After completing the journal entry, we need to total that amount columns, debit amount columns and credit amount column, and the next second step is posting the journal entries to the individual account. After posting the journal entries to the individual account, we need to total it, we need to balance that, and greater amount should record under both side. From under lesser side, we need to write the carried down amount, the next one below the total brought down amount. So this is about ledger posting and balancing. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.